Shows up overseas trying to be president, makes huge mistake that backfires in epic fashion by Johnny Smith for RWNofficial.com. This woman just can't seem to leave well enough alone and just retire. She can't help popping up at different locations around the world. The world making a royal fool out of herself. This time on Monday, the two-time presidential race loser showed up in Auckland, New Zealand to promote her new book of lies and detail her excuses as to why she lost her second run at the presidency in 2016. Clinton once again took the time in Auckland to promote her book of conspiracy theories, what happened, and also took the time to take multiple low blows at President Trump throughout her tired speech and during interviews with the New Zealand media, But this time she was very careful not to mention his name much. Instead, she called him a creep for standing too close behind her during a town hall style debate. Yeah, Hillary Clinton, 18, gets a Mayorai welcome. Hillary Clinton. Okay. The 2016 Democratic presidential loser described her presidential election loss as a perfect storm where former FBI Director James Comey, the media who covered her email scandal, Russian interference, and division within the country led to the election of an outsider like Donald Trump. It was all the same old with Hillary blaming everyone but herself and her ways. We already know the drill, but the thing that really stands out the most this time is she said, we in the U.S. are living a very important struggle right now. Struggle? Our economic numbers are better than any time since 2000, and companies are coming back to the U.S. thanks to the Trump tax cuts. Where is the struggle? Struggling was having to live under a regime like Barack Hussein Obama's, who thought the best way to fix an economy was to tax producers more and give people more welfare. And you, Hillary, you stood by silently and let this happen. Never once did you take Obama to task over his ineptitude and socialist ways, so how about you now shut up already and retire while a businessman fixes the mess your party left this nation in? Let's just take a little quick listen here.
You know, in the past, I felt like I had to be kind of careful in public, sort of keep my guard up. Well, those days are over, and I am so pleased.
Look at the idiots clapping for her.
That I could pull the curtain back in the book on the unprecedented election, the first reality TV election in American history. And I talk about some of the moments that still frustrate me, but also those times I want to remember forever. The way it felt, as you could see from the video, to become the first woman to accept a major party's nomination to be president. And I'm still proud of the campaign we ran and the 65.8 million Americans who supported it. So writing the book was cathartic, sometimes painful, but ultimately...
Are you kidding me? This woman is sick. Who wants to listen to her crap? Here is more on the story. Hillary Clinton slammed President Trump as a reality TV candidate and again claims sexism contributed to her defeat in the 2016 election while on a speaking tour in Auckland, New Zealand on Monday. Clinton, who is promoting her new book, What Happened, took multiple jabs at Trump throughout her speech and during interviews with New Zealand media, although she didn't mention him by name much. Okay, we read that. The 2016 Democratic presidential nominee described her presidential election loss as a perfect storm. We read that too. The forces at work in the 2016 election in the United States are still with us, and not only in my country but around the world, Clinton said. It was a perfect storm, deep currents of anger and resentment flowing through our culture. Yeah, who put it there? You and Barack. Our political press, with the help of Michelle Obama, I might add. Our political press that told voters my emails were the most important story, which were the important story. The unprecedented intervention in our election by the FBI director, the information warfare waged from within the Kremlin. Why do they say Kremlin? It is funny. Now, when they're talking about themselves, they call it the Kremlin. When they're talking about Trump, they call it Russia, and one of my subscribers pointed that out to me. Yeah, why is it that they turned it around? When they talk about anything Trump, it has Russia. When they talk any involvement with their side, it's called the Kremlin. Very interesting. We're having a very important struggle in the United States right now. She said, according to the Herald, it's difficult to fully grasp because there are 20 stories and people are getting overwhelmed by the strange goings-on we are living through. Yeah, because of you, that's the strange going-ons, where the fake dossier about the Russian collusion, that's all anybody can talk about. She told the audience she read mystery novels after she lost the election because the bad guy usually gets it in the end. Yeah, let's hope and pray that the bad guy gets it in the end, like you, Hillary, and the rest of your cronies, such as Obama. So, Trump versus Clinton, the feud continues even after the election. You know, in the past I felt like I had to be kind of careful in public, sort of keep my guard up. Well, those days are over. Yeah, those days are over because you're ready to keel over, miss. And I'm so pleased that I can pull the curtain back in the book on the unprecedented election. She's lucky she can pull the curtains back in her own room. The first reality TV election in American history, Clinton said. I'm so pleased I can pull the curtain back in the book on the unprecedented election. Okay. The first, okay, we said that. Hosted by the growth faculty, the former Secretary of State discussed sexism, particularly in the U.S. Yeah, let's throw that in now. And how she said it impacted her political aspirations. Tickets ranged from $195 to $595 according to the event page. What kind of idiot would actually, they would pay me that and I wouldn't go see her. The more professionally successful we are, the less people like us, Clinton said of women. She said she was historically liked whenever she served as the First Lady or a member of former President Barack Obama's cabinet, but not when she decided to become a leader and run for president. Yeah, let's throw that into the mix because you were a woman. She praised New Zealand for recently electing its third female prime minister, Jacinda Ardern. She's the country's youngest prime minister since the 1950s. Clinton said although she doesn't plan to run against Trump in 2020, she doesn't have the stamina for it. She believes he could be defeated since we now know a lot more about the kind of campaign he runs and the kind of candidate he is. Yeah, means he's going to win because we know what kind of candidate he is. She said neither she nor the press did the job they should have when dealing with Trump. What a joke. Part of our problem was this unprecedented reality TV campaign, and he began the first reality TV candidate in our country, being actually. Clinton told Stuff New Zealand's online publication. The media didn't know how to cover him. It was like they were watching a car wreck or train wreck all the time. Actually, you were the car wreck and train wreck. You're falling all over the place, fainting, tripping, urine casts, and you need handlers. But this lady is crazy. She actually goes out on stage and speaks with a straight face like that? And the idiots pay to see her? Wow. Hillary Clinton says being a capitalist likely hurt her among socialist Dems. I can't help it. And his insult and his scapegoating and his horrible comments about the people with disabilities. And Latin Americans and immigration and everybody. Yeah, we don't want to pay. That's the bottom line. Why should we have to support everybody in the world? We take care of our own first. If there's left over, then okay, more than willing. But don't bring them here. It was just so hard to understand. She said, so the press didn't do the job it should have. Yeah, blame the press now, who was 100% in your pocket, Hillary. I didn't do the job I should have. Oh, here she goes. I didn't do the job I should have. I think people were almost mesmerized by this display. We had a good discussion, which included some domestic policy here in New Zealand that Mrs. Clinton had an interest in, Arden said. After the meeting, she added that the pair talked about being a mom in the political world. Clinton said they had a broad-ranging, substantive, and personal conversation. She told Stuff Arden's win was a shot of optimism for her after she lost the presidential election. The two women also exchanged gifts. Clinton gave the mom-to-be a Buzzy Bee toy, and Arden gave the former First Lady children's books for her grandchildren, the Prime Minister said. Clinton said she also gave Arden a personalized copy of her book, What Happened? Clinton is traveling to Australia next. Can she make it to Australia? I mean, really? Well, this woman, she actually is going to Australia after this? I mean, this woman should be in a home at this point. She's falling apart. And her brain is actually in tatters. But you know what the real striking thing is? The people that are going to pay for this thing on stage to pay for her, to listen to something like that. People are out of their minds. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.